There. Easy as pie.
Fuck! But that's the last one. I fixed it, didn't I? Should be better now, not worse. Emily will know. I hope.
What did you do? What is causing these tremors?
I thought you could tell me. I completed the 4 rituals just like the board told me to. The astral bleed should have stopped.
Look, it has stopped. The nail is repaired. But we have a new problem. My analysis of the nail indicates that it is literally a piece of the astral plane. Or possibly a vessel containing the astral plane. Or both. Either way, right now both dimensions are vibrating at completely incompatible frequencies. The spatial friction they are generating is incalculable. It's going to destroy both planes.
I messed this all up. Maybe Marshall was right to destroy the nail. I should have left it in pieces.
No, then the astral plane would still be leaking in. Sometimes there's no right answer, Jesse. We need more information.
No. I need to fix this, now. I'll figure something out.
No, we should really make a plan. The tremors are originating from directly below us, but we don't know what...
Perfect. I'll head down and take care of whatever's going on. Just do what you can from here.
Jesse, you can't just...
I have to, Emily. I'm the director. This is on me.
told you we were gonna die down here!
Bureau researchers do not panic, Dr. Saba. Keep monitoring those tremors and get me some actionable data. If you're not gonna listen to me, then you better go figure out how to stop this. There's no telling what could happen if the vibrations escalate.
Any progress with the nail?
Of course. I've been busy with surface analysis. Its composition is remarkably similar to that of material found in the astral plane, but it alters itself between my observations. It's almost as if it doesn't like being examined.
So the nail is from the astral plane?
Not necessarily. See, if we assume that, we're suddenly facing a lot of new questions. How did something so large get out of the astral plane? How did it get inside the oldest house? Did a threshold bring it in? Did people? Maybe through the motel.
Maybe it was always here.
Doubtful.
Have you spent any time looking into the crystals growing around here?
As if I could resist. The biggest question is where it comes from. A threshold? Or is it native to the Foundation? But if so, why doesn't it grow in the rest of the oldest house? The fact that they returned to an earlier state when damaged is severely inconsistent with our reality's adherence to linear time. So either they're A, partially conscious, or B, organic elements that are foreign to and yet influenced by our dimension. The jury's still out. Have you learned anything about the crystals?
I have a power that lets me stretch them.
Huh.
Yep. Any idea what Marshall would be doing down here?
That information is on a need-to-know basis, Faden. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But honestly, I never had much interaction with Marshall. She only came to me when she was looking for Darling. But this is Helen Marshall we're talking about, the woman who single-handedly dealt with the Bergen Peak AWE. If she's down here, it's because she needs to be.
Well, clearly she couldn't handle this one on her own.
I'll see you later, Emily.
Good luck. Take notes. Don't be a stranger.
Well, the way that this has been leading up, it's a boss battle. Possibly against Marshall, who's probably been corrupted or dead. Corrupted. Corrupted by the Hiss. Sounds about right. Well, we're going down there, clearly.
I hope I know what I'm doing.
No, absolutely not, but we're gonna roll with it.
That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the Foundation go?
Pretty freaking deep. Oh, no audio log.
Entry day plus 118. I have changed, though it's hard to know how or why. I no longer need tools to detect the house's veins, to hear it breathe. I can feel its blood churning beneath my bare feet. I have added my own illustrations to the walls, trying to solve some mystery that the oldest house whispers to me. I have to avoid the hit as I do so. They hunt me. I don't blame them. They're just following the Pillar's orders. Even poor Adam doesn't seem to recognize me anymore. I've spent a long time contemplating the etchings of the tree and its roots. Did you know this city used to be a forest? I wonder if our oldest house wore a different face back then. Or if it was always here. A 21st century office building since time immemorial. Can a place know the future? Can it change its skin? Can it wander? I always thought the esoteric world was my father's, not mine. But here, in this sacred place, I finally understand his devotion and his awe.
The crystals are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
Astral Spike. I tried to get out after the detonation, but the Astral Spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control over Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. 2 birds, 1 bomb. Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Faden did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jessie has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way. So, Director Faden, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody. HRA was damaged. The board said it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
This is Director Faden. I require backup at this location.
Reinforcements are here!
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies. We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels, to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him. That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
This DLC for Control is actually one of the interesting ones. Yeah. I bet money this is gonna be such a boss battle. I mean, with the red tent, I think that's pretty obvious. Alright, so her HRA for Marshall went pretty much screwy. Ah, crap.
Marshall? You're alive.
Soon you will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them.
Oh, she's
Family is
possessed.
dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Well, kinda expected.
You fuckers take everything. I am not letting you take this.
You've always been the new you. You want this to be true.
Walk some in!
Oh crap, this is one of the boss fight that's gonna keep me on my toes. Already.
This is the director. I need backup at my location.
The nail is corrupted. That explains why the board wasn't answering and what's causing the quakes. Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. I could have saved her. But I can still save everyone else.
Oh man, that Marshall boss fight was nail-bitingly hard, and it felt earned. I think it's one of the top tier boss fights from Control. Whew, yeah, that made me sweat and made me so nervous, but in the best way possible. I got some Dark Souls vibes. Marshall went down. Didn't go down without a fight, and she earned it. I think that was one of my top one. Dear gosh, that was super tough. Okay. It got so tough that I literally had to switch weapons mid-fight because I was losing so bad. Too many times. Alright, let's finish this out. What a great DLC for what we had before. Actually, pleasantly surprised and pleasantly... I was pleasantly surprised in the best way possible.
Well, fuck you too.
Oh, I'll be sure to.
Let's play it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
I like this version of Jessie. I get what my friend was saying, that she was kind of generic, but I really liked her before. This just, I feel like they very much improved on her characterization. She's still, you could say one note, but I think she has more sass and more personality this time around. Because yeah, she was just trying to learn about her environment and rescue her brother. This time she's done everything from the main campaign, so she's OG now. And more confident. I like this side of Jessie. Hope they expand on that. That was an appropriate, really tough boss fight that I was just pleasantly surprised. And the thing is, I only died to it once, but that second time around, yeah, Marshall really made me work for my victory. I already know what I'm gonna give it. I just think the enemy variety was not the best. It was not great in the main campaign, but I think the enemy variety could have been better. I think it's done better in the Alan Wake collaboration. Oh, it's the founder. Or, sorry, the founder. Former.
The nail is secure. The Hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the Foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jessie. Did you ever find Marshall?
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau.
Not a bad way to go.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming. But I promise I'll be ready for the next one.
Control 2.
I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
So are they gonna do credits? Because we just finished the Foundation. No, I figured they're just gonna throw us right back to the game. Overall, I think it's appropriate. I like what they did
I
with it.
thought I know how to handle things, now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple.
Oh, heck no.
I need to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are. I need to lead my way.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Take charge. Own that. Own that crap.
Now that this nail business is handled, I should probably be getting back to executive. But maybe I'll keep poking around.
Of course you will.
Just for a little bit.
Has the nail been doing anything since we restored it?
Define anything.
Anything unusual?
Define unusual.
Emily.
Sorry, but the answer is a whopping yes. Now that it's whole, the nail is emitting a constant field of, well, think of it like low-level radiation. It seems to suppress any biological matter it encounters. This explains why nothing grows here and why the Bureau had to abandon the area. Prolonged exposure would certainly begin affecting neural processes.
Wait. Was the field created when I cleansed the nail?
I considered that, but the nail's readings are quite different from the ones I recorded at the cleanse control points. I think the nail's field is purely of its own making. In fact, I think it would passively prevent any Hiss corruption, like the HRAs do. Which makes me wonder what actually occurred when you cleansed the nail.
I've been wondering about that myself.
Did the board let the Hiss corrupt the nail? Did they want me to cleanse it? If so, why?
What do you know about Director Northmore?
Well, he was Director Trench's predecessor, and Northmore's famous for being the first board-appointed director. See, before we found the oldest house, directors were picked by committees of old men in suits, drinking cognac and smoking cigars or whatever. You know, standard, uninteresting methods.
I think the word you're looking for is bureaucratic.
Or antiquated. Regardless, Northmore was eventually forced to... Well, we don't need to go into that. Strangely, the only two board-appointed directors left the position under unusual circumstances. If the board appoints a director, then how do they retire them? I doubt they go out and buy you a gold watch. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to imply that...
Don't worry. If anyone's getting shown the door, it's them. What do you know about an entity named Former?
I can't say I've heard of it. You got any details for me?
Well, imagine a one-eyed bug thing. I think it was a part of the board, but then something happened and now it's... separate?
Interesting. See, I always wondered if the board was some sort of entity or a group or conglomerate of linked consciousnesses, but this supports the group theory. Although I could have undergone some sort of corporeal exile. Too many unknowns to form a working hypothesis yet, but I can prioritize this matter in future astral dives if you think it's important.
Fortune favors the prepared. Do it. I'm gonna keep looking around.
I wish I could go with you, but I still need 30 hours of training before I can do field work.
We'll work on that.
See? I told you we were gonna die down here.
Bureau researchers, do not panic, Dr. Saba. Keep monitoring those tremors and get me some actionable data. Don't be a stranger.
Okay, I think this is a perfect way to stop this. After just finishing the Foundation, I was really more satisfied of how it ended compared to the main campaign. Is that weird? I don't know. I think the last boss fight was appropriately hard that it should be, and it earned it. So it earned it to be hard. I think it was very. I think this was the right amount of challenge that it was. It was difficult, but not like nail biting. I think it was. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it. This DLC more than I should have. So, now we move on to the Alan Wake collaboration. I already started it earlier before we got to the main ending, but we're just gonna go ahead and finish it. Then I'll go ahead and give my verdict video. So, I think I'll do one more video and then we'll end it there. Yeah, that's a good spot.